choke to clear out. We'll take the diaphragm.
In this video, we're going to show you how to change a broken mini blind. And as you can see right here, we've taped it and there's a piece here. So first thing you're going to do is there are some extra pieces under here. We're going to end up using those. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this over. You might have some tabs, so we're going to remove these little tabs. And these are the little tabs underneath. On this blind I have 3 of them. But you're going to see the one on the right, and in this case the one on the far left have strings going through them, and the one in the middle does not. So we're only going to have to remove the 2 end tabs. So you only need to remove the ones that have the center string. Now I'm going to get under here. You can use, what works best is a flathead screwdriver. You can get under there with your fingernails as well, or your pliers. And you're going to pull that tab out. First thing you're going to notice is this jumbled up piece. And then on the inside of the blind, you're going to see a string. We're going to pull that out, and then we're going to unknot this. And then once that is unknotted, we're going to find our blind that's broken, and we're just going to pull that string up and through. And then you're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So we'll come over here and do the exact same thing. We'll pull that up and through the other side. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull our blind out, and we're going to slide the broken piece out. And that one's garbage. Next, there's extra pieces down at the bottom. We're going to grab one of those pieces. We're going to slide it through. Make sure you get it through the right slot. And it'll sit right, and we're going to restring that. First go through, I see that there's actually another one right here that's cracked. So I'm actually going to pull this up since I have it undone. It's just a few strings higher. And I'm going to remove this one as well. You can see the crack there. We're going to grab another one of the spare pieces. And we'll slide that through. And then you're going to check through your blinds. Make sure there's no other broken pieces, which there are not. And then you're going to come back down here, and you're going to take your thicker cord that was through the middle, and we're just going to restring that. Now we're going to take our cord, and we're just going to restring it through the middle of all of these blinds. You can bunch them up into groups. There I just did 2. Just make sure this one's upside down. Make sure they're all facing the same direction. Through 3 of them at once. So you can do multiples, and we'll get that all the way to the bottom. So now we've gotten it through all of the blinds. They're all the same way. We're going to push it through this last hole. And in this case, it's really hard. This has been melted, so it's a little bit thicker than the hole. So you may have to go through and expand this hole. So you could use a drill. Here I'm just using this needle nose pliers, and I'm just going to poke it in there, spin it around. This is plastic, so it'll expand the size of that hole. And then from there, it should be a little bit easier to poke through. And then I'm just going to loop it up and make that same knot that was there before. Come it around. I'm just going to take that, loop it around, poke it through the hole, and pull it tight. And that's one side, and we'll go to the other side. So again, we have this. We're going to try to push it through. This one might push through okay. And it did. So I didn't have to expand the hole. Here it is on the other side. We're just going to pull that tight. You can see where the last loop knot was. We're just going to try to get that into the same spot. We're going to make sure all these strings are tucked back into place. We're going to put our cap back on. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Push this in. Make sure these strings are spun up. Shove them in. Push your cap back on. So now we've removed these 2 broken ones. We've replaced it with 2 new ones on the bottom. The last step is to pull your blinds open. Make sure they work. Drop them down, make sure everything's going. And they're all normal. And then we're also going to try spinning them to make sure they all spin. And they do. And that's how you fix a broken mini blind slat. Hopefully this helps. And as always, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.